Hello and welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We are down in Dalvas Row and we went even further down to find out more about the whole black market thing, about the leader, and so on and so forth. I don't want to waste any more time but continue right where we left off. So let's get going here.
Hold it right there, mate.
Okay, we have someone here right now. The pirate stares you down and hand clutching the hilt of his sword. His arm is roped with muscle and striated with pale scar.
State your business. I mean it. Spill your guts or spill your blood.
Ooh. Let's try it. I came here to see the captain.
If you've come to see Mad Morena, God shield your soul.
Mad Morena, okay. He swipes the cutlass to point at the squat fort along the eastern lip of the cavern.
Far be it from me to be stopping your march into death. Captain's there. And she's in a fit of a mood, so step lightly, aye.
Okay. So we got... Okay, that was pretty successful, I would say. The captain of the Tidebreaker stands stiff back before you, looming despite her lack of height. Her hard-muscled legs spread solidly apart, and she displays thick, calloused hands over her lips. She guards you with a heavy glaze, her chin tipped high.
And who, or what, do we have here?
Stubby fingers grind impatiently toward the flintlock tucked into her belt.
Well, I see it. You've got two options. You can tell me who sent you, or I can feed you the shaft of my gun.
Okay, we got, noticed something with inside. Morena's features are harsh, cutting. Her hair is drawn up into a large braid on the top of her head. Feathers and bites of bone, teeth and phalanges wrapped with ribbon, just from tresses that gleam like red wine in the low light. You don't doubt she followed through on her threat, or try to. Annoy told me to find
What
you.
for? I've already got an emissary. Speak up, Swabby, and be quick about it. My knife arm's twitching.
Yeah, stop the twitching, okay? Somebody killed your man Ulog, and the Raparu still need food.
So, Enoy fancies you the new Ulug, eh?
Oh, well.
And you had nothing to do with it? Then I need to know how it happened.
Her eyes gleam with the promise of violence. Well, I don't know.
Guess that's the way of it sometimes. But it's not what I would have hoped for.
She sighs.
Ulug wasn't any ruffler. He didn't deserve that.
She runs her tongue over her teeth, regaining a measure of calm.
Everyone in the gullet knows Ulug's my man. Everyone except the Mutaru. Gotta be them what got him.
She hucks a great gob of spit on the ground beneath her feet.
And though it pains me to say it, if the Mutaru are biting for blood, it's best if I back off. I can't be feeding the Raparu right under their noses.
So yeah, what could I do to ensure the operation continues safely in secret to see Raparu properly fed?
Leave the secrecy to me. What you need to prove is that you can be trusted well enough.
Okay, she winks.
Say I happen to have a fella wanting for a full shipment of crude luminous Ardra, but I have no Ardra to sell. Loot me no less than 6 crates, and I'll be, let's say, better inclined to do you a favor.
Okay, 6 crates of luminous Ardra.
If you're a particularly daring sort, you might snatch it from under their noses. Them Valiant trading Princocks have a stockpile of it in their mill in Queen's Berth.
Yeah, we visited that, so maybe we can return there.
Otherwise, you could raid them in shallow waters as they ship it in. Now, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, there is one other that tickles mine. Ply me with enough coin to hire fresh hands, bribe a few officials, enjoy a taste of flesh, and I'm yours.
How much coin are we talking about?
Oh, I guess
She takes the various expenses on her fingers.
30,000 copper ought to cover it.
What? I'll get the luminous artery. The captain smiles wickedly, a mad cast darkening her features.
Always a pleasure pirating is. I'll keep an eye on the horizon for your prosperous return.
Thank you very much, my lady. What is that? Okay. I can't touch anything here. Oof. Guess we have to leave again. It's all the way over here, okay. Maybe we can look around a bit. Maybe there's some more to find. So, let's go around a little bit. No, not there, no. More people. Water shapers. Oh, that's the ones who made it possible to enter this cave. Cutthroat. Wonder if I can do anything else here. Might not. There are plenty of other spaces and places to explore in the city that we haven't yet. So, might have to take care of that first. I don't want to steal necessarily here. Surrounded by all of these. It could end badly, if you ask me, but it's just, well, guess. Okay, I guess that means we could leave for our ship. Talking about our ship, though, before I forget it, let's rename it back into the Defiant. Let's give them a little bit of grog as well, some vegetables, just so they are taken care of. Nothing here. Yeah, it seems like we may have to leave again, this area, but there's plenty to explore anyway. Oh, okay, so this seems to be like a little island kind of thing. Oh, what's that? A long rope is suspended over the span between two docks. Their oft used look means they're likely intended to help move cargo off the ships. Inspect it. The ropes haven't been cinched tight in some time and hang a bit loose on their pull eyes. The lack of tension will demand a fair bit of strength and flexibility to cross safely. Oh boy. Use it. Okay. You and your companions begin the awkward hand-over-hand climb across the gap. Everyone reaches the opposite dock without incident. Nice. Oh, so I see. So we probably could have like snuck in if we would have fought these guys. We would get a chance to get there without.
Unusual.
Ooh, what is that? Peridot. Okay. Oh yeah, because you don't get on the other side on your own. Interesting. Pirate. Some brawlers. Anything else here? We already found something hidden, so might as well look around a little bit more. Hello? Oh, what's going on here? I mean, I could open this, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Probably not, right? Not sure. Kind of has like a... It is stealing. Okay. It shows it. Okay, so let's get out of here for now. And get back up. So we have to bring her the luminous Adra for her to supplying the Ruparu. We were in the Adram or Adra mill before, so we might have to talk to the person there, find a way of getting these, or we could steal it from ships that are on the sea. So those are all options. But I think before I will pursue that more, I might look around in the city just a little bit more to find out what else there is. We have plenty of other quests there, and probably plenty of people to talk to who then will give us even more quests. So I actually want to talk to this guy again, the creepy dude, who wants our secrets, because I feel like it might be worth doing that. I have, like, my hunch is that he may not mean it with ill intent, that he's just creepy. It snaps its mouth parts together in irritation.
Not when you have been such a miser with your own.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you
I
a
assume
secret.
you're volunteering one of your own.
He cuffs delicately.
Yes.
Let's go with this. I was nearly killed by Eothas and restored by Barath. It stops and considers, one fang trembling. You feel it tasting your thoughts for the truth.
Yes. You have been generous with us.
The ogres nod slowly. Okay.
There is a place below the slums. Old, cold, and abandoned. Where the city swallows those it wishes forgotten. But this place was once part of the city. So was its temple. A site holy to the goddess of distant, forgotten things.
Okay. Can I...
when you have been... Yes.
I'm not really left-handed. The gods were created by the Anguithans.
Yes. You have been generous with us.
Okay.
There is a place below the slums.
Oh, he tells us the
This
same.
place was once part of the city.
Okay. I thought maybe he would tell us more or something different if we give him more secrets. But I guess for now, at the very least, that's it. I wonder, can I talk to... We still haven't found the boss for
There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quiet.
the undergrounds here. I forgot his name, but we haven't met him yet. So we will definitely have to return here, obviously. But what about Rust? Nothing more. Okay, let's go back and return. The humidity down here is killing me and my beautiful haircut. Go to the gullet. I think what I want to do is return back to the main city, get out of the slums, and see what we can find there. We still have to find the temple for Shoti and quite a few other things. So,
Aloth, is there any way you can bring Isamir back? The whole point of suppressing her was to keep her out of my head. I miss her impressions. Oh, if she could do this one of you, which she did over and over. Was real good, though. She could do all your twitching, your squeaky voice when you got nervous.
okay, we have Bihar's house. Let me quickly... We have the old city lift. Let's see what this leads. We might as well. There's something else? Oh, this leads to Nikotaka as well. Let's see. Mataru Guard. What's going on here?
Please, I did nothing.
You see a man being dragged along a rickety boardwalk toward a rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip. The guard delivers a savage backhand.
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
The warrior casts a meaningful glance at a woman standing a short distance away.
Let him go!
She screams at the guard, but she doesn't dare approach. The man notices her. His face lights up with shame.
Mia, I'm sorry.
Oh, we just passed her house.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
What does that mean? The guards drag the Ruparu into a metal cage and lock him inside. He shouts and rattles the bars as it is lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually, his screams are lost in the depths. Okay.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
What's going on here? Now she's running. I can't just ignore that. I said that I wanted to leave, but can't just ignore this whole scenario, whatever that was. So is he being sacrificed? Is it more like a punishment for a crime, or I don't know. We need to find out.
Was taking Bataro not enough for you?
What's going on there? A woman thrashes a row of tunics and sarongs hanging from the rafters. Her pointed teeth are gritted in frustration, her lips set in a snarl. The clothes are spotless, yet she swings a handful of reeds again and again, grunting with each blow. Several children huddle together, whispering and looking on with red, tearful eyes.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
She punctures each statement with a fierce whack of the reeds. The children flinch, looking between you and the woman. Yeah, let's calm down, okay? She looks at you for the first time. A fraction of her anger burns off.
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
How did you know the man who was lowered into the old city? One of the children starts to say something, but Biha shoots him a sharp glare. She turns back to you, arms crossed, gripping the reed bundle tightly.
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
She begins swatting at the laundry again, though with considerably less gusto. I know you're scared, but I'm not here to harm you.
We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you?
I don't know what that means. She turns away from you, striking the sarong harder and harder.
The traders say they bring riches in their big ships.
The fabric pops and snaps beneath the fury. Sweat is flying, spattering the clean sarong.
But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
Let's just listen to her.
The Rowattians promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all.
She moves on to the next tunic, thrashing it with an even greater fury.
Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Bataro said we would finally leave.
She breaks off, her shoulders heaving as she catches her breath. So, I can't take the suspense. No, what happened?
I heard a Rowattian captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers.
That's the captain we met in the tavern.
Bataro went and found her in the tavern.
Okay.
Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage.
Maybe I can talk to Suduzo. She looks at you with the same critical eye she's been giving her laundry, wriggling and tugging the reeds.
They say many Rowattian captains are women. Maybe her ears will open better to you.
She looks around, taking in the hanging clothes, the huddled children, and the warped and splintering walls of the shack around them.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks, when he went to bargain with the captain.
Okay.
I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket.
So, tell me about the Rowattian captain.
Suduzo.
Pia is holding the reeds so tightly that she snaps one and two.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
So how many of you need passage to Rowattai?
We are 6. 3 children, 2 babes, and me.
So, does no one else from the case look after them?
Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Because we learned that they are taking care of each other, it's kind of like one big community in the village, and that everyone shares whatever food there is. It's community goods and stuff. So that is not really the case here, at least not entirely. How many of you need passage to Rowattai?
We are 6. 3
Oh.
children, 2 babes, and me.
Are they all yours?
Such a strange question. A Raparu child is the child of all Raparu. At least that is the way in the village where Bataro and me came from.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
But here, we are all strangers.
Okay.
No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Tell me about the stash of coin. Rory creases her face. She sizes you up with a quick look.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you.
She licks her lip.
After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowattians. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body.
Okay. Could you take a different ship? She shakes her head.
Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valiants take slaves.
She lowers her voice and glances furtively around.
They say the Principes smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowattians have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there.
Okay. I could look for Bataro.
I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer...
She trails off, working the reeds between her hands while hope and dread battle in her eyes.
It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps...
She steadies herself with a shake of her head.
Please, help him if you can.
Okay.
Or bring me news if you cannot.
Okay, we'll see what we can do about it. Let's talk to Suduzo again. Now that we know a little bit about this side story. So we talked to Seduzo, the captain, before, but she was kind of reserved and didn't want to talk to us too much. But now we at least have a topic to talk about.
What have you been up to, Aloth, since we left Twin Elms? Oh, quite a lot. I've been around the Eastern Reach, traveled to Old Valia.
Let them talk for a little bit.
Is that right? Well, who took you there? I'm perfectly capable of traveling on my own, you know. Of course I know that. Just never seen it is all.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Adair, but whenever someone travels alone, you don't really see it, because otherwise they wouldn't be alone. Just saying. And in all fairness, he probably did see it when we first met Aloth in Gilded Vale. So he's a liar. That's what I'm trying to get to. Adair is a liar. He pretends to be nice and funny, but he's a liar, and he's the devil. Maybe. That's my crazy theory for the day. So let's talk to Seduzo. She's sitting around here.
What is your business with me?
Did you cross paths with a man named Botaro?
The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him.
She raises her cup for another sip, scowling into the liquor.
These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say.
Tell me what exactly happened.
This fellow wanted passage on my ship. As if I were the village ferryman.
She tosses back the rest of her drink a little too quickly.
I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price.
Then what? She refills her cup and sets the bottle down hard. You notice again that her hand is shaking. Oh, we needed high insight for that. Or perception.
He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, you presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette.
Swollenette?
A marked coin. A token of allegiance. The Principi carry them.
Oh, go on.
I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so.
She scowls and shudders.
I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him.
Well, Biha and the children still need passage out of the city.
There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin.
She picks a stray thread from her smooth, crisp jacket.
Why do you bring this to me?
Let's see. I won't tell the Royal Deadfire Company about your dealings if you take beer and the children. I think that's a good deal. She tugs at her collar and looks around to see if anyone has overheard you. I mean, to be fair, they do not seem like in a position where they need very comfortable quarters or anything, but more, they just need the ship. So.
Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths.
The children are small, sure you can take more.
I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3, plus the food and water they require.
Oh, wow.
Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better.
She shifts in her chair, looking around the tavern as if she expects someone to jump out at her. I want to find enough room for Biha and all the children.
And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
So tell me about Orin.
He and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is particular.
Okay, she looks at her crew and they nod in agreement.
Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things.
Oh, I think we talked to him. Oh yeah, we talked to him and he was like arranging the drinks and everything, and we didn't interrupt him. So let's see. Maybe we can convince him to not be with her, so she has a little more space. Or maybe we can kill him, then she has more space as well, and she will probably feel very safe. So he was somewhere here, I think. Yeah. Oron, okay.
What do you require?
Oh. But why would we do that? Why would we send him away?
Damn, if that thing burns while we're still here.
He rises and hurries out of the room. But why would we do that? Thought maybe that will trigger something special, but now we just send him away. Okay, they're not the chatty type. Maybe he joins Seduzo?
Excuse me, I must see to business.
He went down. Huh. Maybe it's something that we need to use later? Or should have used later? Let's let him get back to his place. Okay.
What do you require?
I hear you've bought passage on Captain Seducer's
Indeed.
ship.
The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement.
He sips his wine. What would it take for you to cede your spot on Seducer's ship?
Out of the question. We're due in Takoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance.
He sits from his cup and immediately runs a folded handkerchief around his rim.
And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent.
Yeah, maybe let's try this. I'm booking passage for a family, but Seducer only has room for 3 of them, so they'll be split. His hand jerks so violently that he splashes a few drops of wine on the table. He mops them up, a rigid, painted expression on his face. And you'll be stuck with half of them for the whole journey. Wouldn't that be odd?
That will not do. That will not do at all.
He's still dabbing at the spill of wine, but something brittle has crept into his frown. His companions shuffle nervously. At last, Oren pushes back from the table and looks up at them.
To Queen's Berth, quickly. We must find a more suitable ship.
Good. So we used his OCD against him. So let's talk to Seduzo now that she has a little more room for all of them. Hey. Hey, Seduzo.
What is your business with me?
Oren won't be traveling with you. She eyes you suspiciously. The soldier with her shrugs.
That is convenient for you. But never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me.
Okay, she glances from side to side, checking to make sure no one is listening.
Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
She looks at her crew and makes a twirling motion with her finger. Okay, nice. Let's talk to Bihar again. Not sure if she will trust Seduzo, since Seduzo is responsible for the guy being sent down into the old city. But we at least gave her a chance to rescue herself and the children. It's for the children. Come on. So, Biha.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
So let's ask this first. Did you know Butaro was working for criminals?
Of course not. He worked on the docks. I'm sure of it.
Her face flushes with shock as you say.
The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep.
Interesting. But he had the coin of the Principe. Right? Okay. I spoke with Captain Seduzo about passage out of Nikitaka.
What say, then?
But listen with cautious hope. The children look on with wide, round eyes. She agrees to take you all. She is momentarily speechless, her eyes full with tears. She drops the reeds as she brushes them away.
Her watcher sure is something else, ain't she? Darnation, you're gonna make me cry myself.
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
She picks up the two infants and hurries the other out of the door. We saved the children! It would be kind of awkward if we find the men now and they're gone and we're like, oh yeah, well, we saved them, but could happen that he's actually alive and that we could have sent him with them if we would do it in a different way. But I feel like we now have the chance to save the children. We should take the chance. What's going on here? Did someone
You
just...
caught the eye of someone important.
Oh, a cloaked figure slides up to you, hidden behind a raspy whisper and a long, drooping hood.
If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the narrows at the western end of the gullet.
Okay.
Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left.
Okay.
The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail. Tell them Dario sent for you.
Ooh.
And remember your manners.
Oh, we are about to find Dario.
I say Biha did right leaving the gullet. She went and did what she needed.
I'll miss
So let's go try to meet him. He's the one in charge of this whole black market business down there. But we never saw him. So we have to go explore the Narrows. Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the left. Okay. Handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over their chests. One of them spits a vicious black glob at your feet. He rolls a dark plug between his teeth. Better head back, friend. It's invitation only past here. Darius sent me. The guards nod and let you pass, chomping loudly on a mouthful of sweat. At the end of the passage is a stately door crafted of polished mahogany. Mahogany. I don't know. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. Whatever's beyond the door is likely far more elegant than anything else you've seen near the gullet. Enter. Let's meet this Dario guy. So it seems like we had to do maybe a certain amount of quests within the gullet for him to send for us. Or maybe just help Biha. I don't know. Hello? Probably would be stealing, eh? Dario the Lean. Okay, let's talk to him. A thin, long-limbed man holds a handkerchief in one hand and a threaded needle in the other. As you approach, he sets his handiwork aside and you see an elaborate goldwork pattern embroidered around the edge. The same pattern that adorns this brilliant tunic. You also notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser legs that runs from hip to ankle.
You make your appearance at last. I must say, you are not nearly so frightful as the whisperers in the row made you out to be. You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
He leans forward with a squeak of leather and rattle of metal. You see something protruding above his boots, the bottom of a leg brace.
Well, ain't you sitting fat and happy in your home while just outside people are starving? He may look like a prince, but he smells like a pirate.
Careful, Shody.
Better to be a prince here than a slave out there, no?
He dips his head in a mock bow. Then he turns back to you.
But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner.
Thank you for the courtesy all the same.
It is a pleasure to exchange fine manners with another of such fine breeding. I am thinking we could be grand friends, you and I. You cannot have too many friends in Nekataka.
Dario bears his perfect, even teeth in a smile.
The cap ain't short of friends, Dario, if that be your thinking. But that don't mean there ain't room aboard for one more.
And I need only a favor. An insignificant thing for a watcher like you.
Okay.
There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano.
Okay.
I would like you to liberate it for me.
He flutters his slender hands in a way that resembles a bird taking flight. Most people of your standing like to handle their acquisitions themselves.
Alas, none of my people are watchers, and you will see things they cannot.
Okay.
Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace.
Okay.
The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with the elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
So you don't mean valuable in a monetary sense. He casts into his hand to hide his fluster.
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
I need to ask about another matter.
What do you require?
What happened to your
A
legs?
storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle.
He smiles cryptically.
Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
The Principes seem divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics.
He makes a face as if he's just smelled something awful.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
His long fingers stray to his shining swillinet.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
The sigh, Seraphim shrugs. Just listen.
But we need them still. The new bloods are Principi too now, and many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
I see. So it's a classic traditionalist against new people scenario. What's that? Okay, so we got a mission from him as well to retrieve the instrument. Interesting. Kind of sounds like an Ocarina of Time, but probably to control the waves or something like that. Or the wind at sea. Something along those lines, I would assume. So, now let's go the way that I wanted to explore before the whole Biha business started.
Be careful. The gullet is no place for outsiders.
Can we talk to him? Oh, yeah. A guard folds his arms, watching the activity on the walkways through slitted eyes, a coral piercing just from his lower lips. He notices you with a sharp nod. Why was the man sent below?
Taro? He associated with foreign criminals.
He spits. The gob of saliva is just one more splotch on the weathered and mottled boards.
I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm.
Where's she now?
Hers is the first house you come to. Just
I
there.
didn't know that.
You will probably find her there.
No, we do not, because we sent away. Where does the lift
To
go?
the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep.
Oh, great.
And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates.
What if I wanted to access the old
Are
city?
you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook.
Nikotaka has rich history, and some of it lies buried. I must see it for myself.
It's your neck, Kira. We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass, though I urge you to reconsider.
Okay, so we have the option to go down, I guess. Oh, we can loot this. Oh. Anything up here? Some more loot. Okay. More repair wood, I guess. Let's go to the east exit and see where we can go from there. So we have the brass citadel. Can't I like have a look at these before I wander there? Sacred Stair, Periki's Overlook, Queen Birth, Serpent's Crown. Let's go to the Brass Citadel. And explore that area. So we have our main quest that will lead us to the palace, right on the top, and also there is the quest for stealing the Ocarina of Water, as I will call it from now, because I forgot the name already. So we will get there eventually. So first exploring all the other ways, as it is custom in open world games. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have Imperial Command, Officers Lounge, Gunsmithy, Docks, Fleet Master's Office, to the Sacred Stair, Powder House. Okay, I'm not sure if we can do much here, but we will find that out next time in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, because this will be it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you had a great time. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Helps me a lot and keeps more content going your way. So consider doing that. I will be back with more Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire very soon. Until then, have a great time.